Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. It is day 3 of Invictus Launch Week. It is the Fleet Week Festival, if that's what you want to call it. We've got Tumbril, Crusader, Multirole and MISC in the Expo halls today. And we're going to be doing a quick run round, looking at all the ships that you can rent and talking about how much they are to purchase on the RSI website as well. And talking about what these ships and vehicles are. If you want a giant gun attached to some wings, it's a size 7 gun, then you might want to grab yourself an Ares Inferno or an Ares Ion. The Inferno, it's a big old Gatling, and then you've got the Ion, which is now a charge fire, big shot, bam, heavy fighter, both heavy fighters. Lots and lots of changes have gone on with the Ion, trying to make it its intended purpose, which is sort of like almost similar to a longer range bomber, I suppose. Very cool ships, very, very pretty. I like them very much. Ion is my favourite, and they keep on changing it, but I'm willing to see where it goes. You've got the A2 Hercules, you've got the C2 Hercules, and you've got the M2 Hercules. Basically, these are big transport ships. The A2 is much more combat and bomber orientated with huge bomb bay on board. The C2 and the M2 much more sort of focused at taking like tanks and vehicles, cargo, that sort of stuff. I mean, you can carry a load of cargo and a tank in the A2. You can carry a lot more in the C2 and M2. But a very, very cool ship, and obviously the C2 is being used in the engineering game mode. And if you want to test them out, they're available today on the show floor. Some very cool stuff. We're going to go run over to this hall on the right first, but it is worth checking out Fleet Week every couple of days, for sure, to see all those new manufacturers switch over. The hitching and those problems, significantly less, which is awesome, but still present. So what do we have on this side? Well, we've got a C1. So this is a Spirit C1. It is a alternative to the sort of like Miss Freelancer, the Cutlass Black, that sort of stuff. I really like the C1 Spirit. I think it's an absolutely awesome ship. So it's got a room for cargo. It's got a reasonable amount of firepower. It's moderately tanky, but it's just a perfect mission runner for you and a crew member or two. And then over here we have the A1 Spirit, which is the basic bomber variant, mirroring the sort of Hercules series. Lots of little bombs is the idea of that one, but a bit more combat orientated, less in the way of cargo space there. Then we've got the Mercury Star Runner here. It is my favourite ship in the game. I think it is absolutely beautiful. Is it just 2 Mercury Star Runners next to each other? Is that what's going on here? I think it is absolutely beautiful ship. What we got? What's here? What's it? What are we going on? Yeah, it's Mercury Star Runner as well. Now, the thing about the Mercury Star Runner that I like is like asymmetrical, but it's got all these sort of like hidden little areas, so you can open it up and you can go inside, and there's this little smuggling area for some extra cargo, and then you've got these sort of little vents that you can run around in and jump up in the ship in lots of different places. Is the idea. All getting a bit of hitching again, unfortunately. Is what it is, though. So you've got these little vents and stuff that you can run around in, but there's like more little secret areas. There's a load of computer systems here as well for when they do the data running mechanics. And there's room for a vehicle in here. Where's the... There's a way of opening that up, which I've now forgotten. But you can open this bad boy up as well. I've forgotten how to do it. I think they've moved some of the components around as well. But yeah, there's a lot going on with the ship. I've just got a lot of love for it. I like how tactile it is. I like all these computers. There's a couple of big old turrets there as well. And then you can go into like the recreation room. And you go, oh, I'll play chess if you want. You go, there's a little coaster over there. And if you grab the grab the White Queen, and you place the White Queen, a little secret opens up. I really like the ship. I think it's cool. I think it's a bit silly. Just very good multi-role ship that's got some cool future gameplay with data running / hacking and that sort of jazz. But yeah, Crusader, definitely check out that ship. We're going to run to the other side of the expo hall and then check out the underneath as well. Right, what do we have this side of the hall? Okay, so load of MISC stuff, load of Mirai stuff. So we've got the Furies here, got the Fury MX here, loads of missiles, tiny little snub. Got the just standard Fury as well, with loads of guns. If you want just tons of missiles, you want the LX. If you want just load gun, you want the normal one. They fit in so many different ships as well. No quantum drive, so bear that in mind. But very cool. Just all about combat and weapons in it for a snub. Like that's all they've done. You've got the Razor, super fast racing ship, but also the EX version, which I believe this one is stealthy, is the idea. Stealthy and espionage-y. Got a load of those new Pulse bikes around the edge here. It's all the combat ones, not the racing ones. So it makes sense, right? Very, 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 very small. Fits in loads of different things. You've got the Tana Reliant here, sort of skirmisher combat, light combat ship for 2 players to fly around in. Bit of a weird sort of flying because it's Banu-esque. Is it? Yeah, Banu-esque. And then we've got the Freelancer Miss, which is the missile variant of the Freelancer. Much more combat related. Lots and lots of missiles. It's supposed to be able to reload its missiles. And you've got the Starfarer here. It is the Gemini, the military version, with that missile pod in the front. But yeah, it's supposed to be like more armoured. Better for generally carrying fuel around more dangerous areas is the idea. Very cool little transport ship. I say little, it's massive. But if you want to actually harvest fuel, you probably want the standard Starfarer. And we'll have to see how those mechanics sort of branch out in the future. We're going to run to the Holosuite and see what's there. So what do we have downstairs? So we've got the little fast storm tanks here. So you've got the AA version, lots and lots and lots of missiles sort of hidden in there. And then you've got the sort of standard turret version here. They are one-man tanks is the idea. So yeah, that's going to really, really suit some people's playstyle. You want a combat vehicle for a single person. Tumbril Storm's going to do you really, really well. What else have we got? So we got all of the Tumbril Cyclones here. So lots and lots of different versions of that. Whether you want different turrets, so missile and gun turret combined, or just a rapid fire gun, sort of reconnoitering scouty version, and the AA version there. Got a Nova tank. I really like the tank. No, I don't really like this skin for it, although I suppose it does make sense for the biome it is in. Represented in here. But yeah, cool main battle tank for a few players to use together. There are going to be more and more reasons to use ground vehicles in-game as the game goes forward. They're starting to put some more in, but there will be like hazards and defenses and that sort of stuff in the future. What is going on here? Is that the Tumbril, the Ranger? Blah, blah, blah. So it's a Ranger at an interesting angle. Basically, this is the TR version of the Ranger, a wheeled bike with a couple of guns on it. I think a lot of people want to see wheeled bikes in game and how they actually fare. What's this terminal here? Oh, just saying more about the Tumbril Ranger. Okay. Is that all we've got downstairs? Just Tumbril Ranger TR on both sides. Okay. No worries. Let's jump into the jump into the website, jump onto the website and see what they've got and at what price. Right, let's have a look on the RSO website to see what's available from Crusader, Tumbril, Mirai, and MISC. So from Crusader, you've got the A1 Spirit. So this is the sort of light bomber variant of that pretty multi-role Spirit. I really like it. I actually think it's pretty cool. It's a much more affordable version of the A2. Does very similar role. Something I would buy in game. It's $200. Yeah, it's a very cool ship. I like its sort of multi-role nature. There is going to be bombing run missions as well in the future. Then you've got the Hercules A2, $750. It is a mighty beast of a bomber. Obviously, absolutely terrifying when you see a silhouette of a Hercules when you're on the ground, because you're like, well, if it's an A2 and it drops a bomb, I'm done. Again, as I said, there's going to be missions in the future where there are going to be bombing runs and that sort of stuff, and I suspect there's going to be defenses and that sort of stuff for bombs in the future too, so bear that in mind. It's an interesting one. $750 though. It's pretty expensive. Definitely one I would purchase in game. Got the Ares Inferno. Really liking the Inferno. I think it's a really cool ship for rat-tat-tat. It is basically a size 7 gun attached to some wings, and it looks cool. $250. It is a really interesting heavy fighter, and yeah, it's supposed to be deployed against larger ships, but you use it how you want it. So the Ares Ion is its sister ship. Basically got a charge sniper rifle on it, kind of. It's not really for sniping, though it is an effective sniper now. They changed it a couple of times, but you can charge up its fire mode. You can fire it just immediately, but you can charge up its fire mode. It does a huge amount of damage when you charge it up. It's supposed to be used against larger ships and sort of taking out components or pummeling them from range. Basically, almost doing a similar job to a bomber, sort of fighter bomber, but at a longer range. $250 for that bad boy. You've got the Spirit C1, $125. I think that's a really good price for a ship that you can have a crewmate on as well, and you can run it solo, sort of medium freight, but it's super multi-role, the Spirit series. I love the Drake Cutlass Black, but I also love this for a daily driver. I think, yeah, absolutely fantastic ship. You've got the Hercules C2, the more civilian version of the A2. I say more civilian version. It's for carrying cargo and vehicles. You can carry a couple of those big Nova tanks in it if you wish, and some cargo. $400. It is a pretty penny. And then you've got the M2, which is the more military version of the Hercules, and that comes with sort of more armor on it and a military loadout, slightly less cargo capacity, but $520. It's a very cool ship, but it's not my favorite ship. That's the Mercury Starrunner, $260. I think it's amazing. It looks beautiful. It's sort of it's got room for a few crew members, and they can do some gunning. There's going to be future of sort of data running cargo is going to be run with this ship as well. So it's got some big computers for data running and hacking and that sort of stuff. It's got a cargo bay. It's got room for a vehicle. It's got some little hidey hole vents. It's got some secrets to it. I just love it. It's very tactile. It is a beautiful looking ship with a load of cool extras and bits and bobs. $260. It is expensive, but you know, aren't all ships in Star Citizen. And then you've got some very big old Crusader packs, if you are so interested in that. What about Tumbril? What we got from Tumbril today? So you've got the Cyclone AA, which is based on the Cyclone chassis. It replaces its loadout with a missile rack, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, an EMP. I think it also has an EMP. Onboard EMP generated, disables enemy shields and electronics. Yeah, it's a very interesting ground vehicle. I think it's going to be super useful in the future. $80 though, it's quite expensive. It's relatively inexpensive to buy vehicles in game compared to ships. That said, they have rebalanced the cost of everything, so they are a lot more expensive than they used to be. I got the Cyclone MT, which combines a normal gun turret and missiles with the Cyclone frame. So this is a really great sort of all-round ground and air vehicle. Very useful. $75. Yeah, I like it. You've got the Cyclone RN, which is sort of like the reconnaissance, the scout version. It's supposed to be able to deploy little beacons in the future, and it's very good at scanning, is the idea. $65. And then you've got the Cyclone TR, which is the standard turret. $65 for that on the Cyclone chassis. I like it. It's sort of common. That's the way it sort of feels. The Nova Tank, $120. It is a big 3-person battle tank. It very, very terrifying. It can shoot up in the air, pew pew pew. It can shoot on the ground, pew pew pew. Very cool. I think a lot of people like it. The Ranger TR, not in game at the moment. It is a sort of wheeled bike, and a lot of people want this in game. It's going to be coming in the not too distant future. It's available from $40, the TR version, which has got a couple of guns on the left and right. And then you've got the Storm, which is a light assault tank. That's supposed to be sort of like a blitz tank. It's a one-person tank as well, so that's going to appeal to a lot of people. $90. I really like it. I think it's pretty cool. You've got the Storm AA, which is the anti-air missile version. Loads of missiles. They just chucked. They got 8 big ones, and then they got 32 smaller ones. That's a lot of missiles. Yeah, so that's it for Tumbril. What about Mirai? So Mirai are the sort of, how to describe it? The performance and sometimes hybrid alien brand from MISC. And sort of like, let's put our racing ships and our high-performance ships and some of these hybrid alien ships in here. So you've got the Fury. Really like Fury. It's got no quantum drive. It's a tiny little snub. The smallest snub in the game, question mark? But it's all about combat, flying around, being an annoying gnat, pew, 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 loads of little guns on it, $55. A lot of this stuff, I would say, I'm definitely grabbing game, but and that's definitely true of the Fury. I want lots of ships that are able to carry these more in the future as well. And it fits in a lot of ships. You've got the MX version, which is the missile variant. You don't need guns. You just cover it in missiles. Cover it in missiles instead. Better than the Saber Firebird as well. MISC as a Fury MX. You've got the Pulse, which is the new ground vehicle. $30 for that bad boy. It comes with a really rapid-fire laser Gatling on it. Small, agile, fits in loads of ships is the idea there. And then you've got the Razor EX. Now, I believe the EX version is supposed to be super stealthy and is like used by the military and sort of different divisions of the government to do spy work and covert operations and that sort of stuff. That's the idea. Super fast, very stealthy version of the Razor, $155. Bam! And then we've got MISC. It's a more industrial brand, MISC than Mari. Oh my god, Mirai. I forgot how to pronounce it. All words disappeared in my head there. You've got the Freelancer MISC. So this is the missile, very combat version of the Freelancer. It's supposed to be able to rearm its missiles during combat as well, sort of without you having to do it yourself. Supposed to have some sort of missile reloading system there. $175. It's a very cool idea for a ship. I quite like it. A proper missile for sort of missile medium-ish ship. You've got Reliant Tana, which is a light fighter, very skirmishy. I'm not a fan of the Tana series. Some people love it. It's cool. I'm surprised they didn't put the Reliance in with the Mirai brand, just because they're sort of hybrid alien, I believe. Then you've got the Starfarer Gemini, which is a fuel-carrying ship. It's not really a fuel harvester in the same way that the normal Starfarer is, because it gets rid of its fuel harvester face and has lots of missiles there, and it has more armor. So it's supposed to be like heavy refueling or sort of refueling in more dangerous areas, military spec version. I do believe that it's also got a 10-year war bond version, so you can get it a bit cheaper if you want and get 10 years insurance on it. As well, $340 for that Starfarer Gemini, and upgrade now. Let's have a look. 2 versions, and $320 if you go for the Warbond variant of it. Yes, I think that's all for today. There's obviously those big ship packages if you're interested, I'm really enjoying Fleet Week at the moment. There's been some problems with sort of hitching, and they dropped this hotfix patch, and there was problems with the today's haul not being available immediately and stuff like that. But run around, Star Citizen's free at the moment. Rent some ships at Area 18 and tell me what you think. We are expecting a Drake concept on the Drake Defense Day. We've still got the Aegis Saber Firebird in a couple of days, and all those other ships and stuff like that to turn up and to rent from all those other manufacturers. So really looking forward to that. Have no idea what the Firebird's price is going to be yet, but interested to know what you think of Fleet Week and the 3.23.1 patch and the hotfix patch and all that sort of jazz. Are you enjoying it? Are you hating it? Also, you should definitely check out the links below for things like NordVPN, which is the best darn VPN that we advertise on the channel, for better accessibility, security, and privacy on your interwebs. nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Check it out. You get a discount on that, big discount from the links below. And we've got Tobii Eye Tracker, which is on sale until the 20th of May. So it's sort of like a last chance for this rotation of sales for Tobii Eye Tracker. It's native eye and head tracking in Star Citizen. And yeah, really cool piece of hardware. Check it out in the links below. May in Star Citizen is about fleets and Fleet Week and flying with friends, and we've partnered up with Lunar Wolves, a Star Citizen org, to give away a fleet of ships. Commenting on any of my videos during the month not only gets you a chance to win a Spirit C1, but also a Constellation Andromeda, a Vanguard Sentinel, and a Corsair, courtesy of Lunar Wolves. They'll each be going out to a different winner chosen randomly from the video comments. But wait, there is more. Sign up to the Lunar Wolves recruitment page, link down below, for a chance for even more ships, including an RSI Polaris with lifetime insurance and a Hornet F7C Mark II. Winners of those will be selected randomly from eligible org signups. Lunar Wolves welcome all that share their passion for adventure and love of Star Citizen. You can learn more about them on their org page or at lunarwolves.org. If you would like to further support our channel, please like, subscribe, comment, share these videos. And if you'd like to go the extra mile, and I would love you to, please consider becoming a Patreon or clicking that join button under my videos. It goes a huge way in allowing us to make daily content and keep the channel going. You'll get some exclusive content from that as well. Anytime Zin and I can actually put it out, as well as help evolve the channel with polls and suggestions and that sort of stuff. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and have a great May. It's going to be a good one.